Chapter 7. The Barking Dog at the Veranda. It is strange that sometimes animals too can see certain spirits, and they howl and bark at them. For some unknown reason, not all are able to see spirits with our natural eyes. God, in His great wisdom and knowledge, does not want us to see them. We cannot question the wisdom of God in this. He has so arranged things that a normal person should not see spirits, good ones or bad ones. Because an ordinary person does not see them, it does not mean they are non-existent. It is God /1 / Lo made us differently, and He has His purpose for not normally viewing them. But sometimes He allows man and beasts to see them. Oftentimes, in my experiences with people who have spirit problems, they often see them come to them just before a blackout. In the story below, a dog saw a ghost and barked ferociously at it, while the watching crowd could not see the spirit. This incident happened in 2002 during Christmas time in Taiping. John was the district pastor there at that time. His church lay leader in the Taiping church at that time was Patrick, who was then working as an X-ray technician at the Apollo Medical Center in Taiping. Patrick first came to know Amutha, and he had befriended her family. It was reported that Amutha was having spirit problems, and the family sought for help. It was about 6:30 on a Saturday night when the pastor and his youth group were gathered at Amutha's house. His wife, Ruth, his daughter, Jasmine, and Kenny were present. 2 other friends of Kenny were also present. The dog leapt and barked fiercely. Their prayer session lasted only about 20 minutes. During prayer and exorcism, something very interesting happened. A dog had been tied at the veranda of the old bungalow house where Amutha's family was staying. During prayer, the dog, which had been friendly and quiet, suddenly stood up and started barking fiercely non-stop, as if an intruder had come into the house. But there was no person coming in or going out of the house at that time. The dog was tied, yet it leapt and darted fiercely under its chains, as if to chase away an intruder. During prayer, the pastor said these words into the ears of Amutha: "She is the child of God. She belonged to Jesus Christ. In Jesus' name, I curse you and demand you leave her." At that moment, Amutha fell on the cement floor. The spirit had just left her. It was at that moment the dog started barking as if to chase away an intruder. She had seen a ghost. The background of Amutha's story is this. 2 months earlier, Amutha was walking home alone, along a lonely road at about 10:00 p.m. On the way home, she had seen a dark, gruesome figure standing on the roadside not too far away from her house. She was extremely frightened. Upon seeing the ghost, she screamed very loudly, and since that moment she became possessed by the spirit. During the possession, she would bite her teeth tightly, and she would grab everyone with her fingers like a tiger would grab its prey. Then she would scream loudly. Her body would shake violently. Her eyes would roll in their sockets in a fearful manner. Adults and children who saw her at the time of possession were terrified. This behavior was contrary to her mild and gentle nature. After she was delivered, Amutha continued her studies in school and assisted her mother in her housework.